Morning, everyone. Softball Grandpa here, rich alcoholic addict. Super Bowl Monday, or the day after Super Bowl. I got an email today from the NFL. They're saying that they had complaints about the halftime show, Bad Bunny. So next year they're gonna have Bugs Bunny, you know. But that's all, folks. Anyway, yeah, I'm not into Bad Bunny. Super Bowl and they're gonna sing songs in Spanish. I know Arriba and Navajo and Andale and all that stuff, but that's all I know. I know poquito Spanish. But evidently he's a hit in Latin America or something. So, I'm sure that the people watching the Super Bowl in Latin America, that's, I like the Budweiser commercial with Clydesdale and the Eagle, and playing Freebird. Now that's Americana. That's Americana. That's get her done. Get her done. And the kids came over yesterday, and one of my daughters, she did some dusting for me, and she found a mini bat. I used to collect mini bats for my youngest daughter. It's a San Francisco Giants World Series bat, and so it's baseball season now, and it's going to be 80 degrees in Southern California. Sorry, Sherry and Mark. I'm hoping you're staying toasty warm. I do love you guys, and if I do come out there, I will be wearing my, whatchamacallit, this, what is this, down or something like that. I like wearing vests, my arm's getting torn up from doing the sanding and stuff on the chairs in the garage. But you know what? See the neurosurgeon on Thursday. See what's going on. Every time I get out of bed, it's like I get out of bed like an old man. It's like, holy cannoli, no. But once I get it's like the Tin Man. He is out in the rain and the sun comes out, and he's all rusty, and then he gets up. To get everything going before everything smooths out. Oh, here's my co-star. Where is he, Hawkeye? Say hi, Hawkeye. Look, hey, look at him. Look at him. Yeah. Oh, there's Henry too. Yep. Henry was barking at me earlier. Somebody was doing something. But thought of the day. I guess I'm going to be grateful. Look at this. Look at that. I already fed them, so I don't know why they're doing that. Maybe they love me, Thought of the day, forgetfulness, be awareness. Be aware of what's around you, because that's really important. Because the stuff that's around you, you don't want to miss something. Oh, shit. Oh, shoot. I have to go to urgent care. I think I got an infected thumb. See the thumb? It's all jacked up right there. Oh, that hurts so bad. I don't know. I just hit it. Oh, I apologize for that. I think I have to go to urgent care. I think I got pus is coming out. Holy cannoli. Oh, man, something came out of it. Oh, it is infected. I have to go to urgent care. So that's one of my to-do list. Be aware. I wasn't aware just now, so I hit my thumb, and that's why the potty mouth came out. I apologize. But awareness, aware of what's going on, aware of the people around you, aware of your immediate surroundings, and even the surroundings around, that's spread out, If you see a plane coming in, they're going to miss the airport and they're short of the runway and you're in this path, you might want to get out of the way, Or if you see, somebody crossing the street, you don't want to, even though they shouldn't be doing the crossing the street where they're crossing, don't run them over. Be aware, be aware at all times, Yesterday I told when my daughter left, I told her, I said, be careful because there's going to be a lot of drunk drivers on the road, after the Super Bowl, you know. And I hope everybody got home safely. I don't like hearing bad stories, and that tears me up when I hear bad stories, especially about the young kids and stuff, you know. My thumb does hurt. Uh, it does hurt, you know. I kind of got used to pain, and and you can always take so many painkillers and stuff, and then after a while, they stop working. So you just have to learn how to be aware of the pain, accept the pain, you know. And when I used to go to physical therapy after I crushed my wrist back in 1981, when I crushed my wrist and they did the surgery and they put pins in my wrist and pulled them out and all. I had 3 surgeries on this wrist, and the physical therapist, she had a sign in her office, no pain, no gain. I hated that sign. And back then, this is when I was drinking, I would drink 3 beers and smoke a joint just to go to physical therapy. Then on the way home, I'd drink the other 3 beers and smoke another joint to go home. It was a 4-mile ride, and but that's what I did. And then that was my addiction. When my addiction, if I got a prescription for painkillers and it says, "Do not take with alcohol," well, guess what I did? I cracked a Budweiser and I down the painkillers. Take 1 or 2 as needed. I take 2 or 4, 3 or 4. But that's just me, Addiction, I'm truly grateful that I got sober, I got clean and sober, and this is trying to help the grandkids too. Don't go down the path, if you want to have a drink when you're 21 and stuff, drink responsible, but I'll tell you something, you never know when you're going to cross the line. At some point, I crossed the line of becoming an addict. And once you go on the other side of that line, that you're always an addict or an alcoholic. You can't go backwards. It's like when you take a cucumber and put it in vinegar, it becomes a pickle. But that pickle can't go back to being a cucumber. So that's what alcoholism and addiction is, So I'm literally pickled, So God bless everybody. Have a great day. Work hard and work like, it's yours. Treat everything like it's your own, and leave it better in a better condition than you found it. Okay. Talk to you soon. Bye.